Chapter 1, RIP, Affirmative Action. Up next, DEI. You do not take a person who, for years, has been hobbled by chains and liberate him, bring him up to the starting line of a race, and then say, you are free to compete with all the others, and still justly believe that you have been completely fair. This is the next and the most profound stage of the battle for civil rights. We seek not just freedom, but opportunity. We seek not just legal equity, but human ability, not just equality as a right and a theory, but equality as a fact and equality as a result. President Lyndon Baines Johnson, Howard University Commencement Address, June 4, 1965. 58 years later. What cannot be done directly cannot be done indirectly. The Constitution deals with substance, not shadows, and the prohibition against racial discrimination is leveled at the thing, not the name. A benefit to a student who overcame racial discrimination, for example, must be tied to that student's courage and determination. Or a benefit to a student whose heritage or culture motivated him or her to assume a leadership role or attain a particular goal must be tied to that student's unique ability to contribute to the university. In other words, the student must be treated based on his or her experiences as an individual, not on the basis of race. Many universities have far too long done just the opposite, and in doing so, they have concluded wrongly that the touchstone of an individual's identity is not challenges bested, skills built, or lessons learned, but the color of their skin. Our constitutional history does not tolerate that choice. U.S. Supreme Court Chief Justice John Roberts, Majority Opinion, Students for Fair Admissions v. President and Fellows of Harvard College, June 29, 2023. Traditional understandings of equality and justice are making a comeback in America. Credit that, in large part, to a recent pair of landmark U.S. Supreme Court decisions that came almost exactly 1 year apart. The first, which came on June 24, 2022, restored the right to life for the unborn in America by overturning Roe v. Wade. The second, announced on June 29, 2023, took a big bite out of affirmative action. It did this by ruling that race-conscious college admissions practices, long perceived by many Americans as a form of reverse discrimination, were unconstitutional and violated a federal law that applies to all colleges and universities that receive federal funding, as almost all do. The deconstruction of affirmative action likely isn't finished either. It is conceivable, in fact expected, that the court's 2023 position on affirmative action will expand to the workplace. Should this occur, it would mean the end of race-based favoritism in hiring and preferential subcontracting awards for minority-led firms. Components of the affirmative action mandate constructed from 3 similar executive orders issued by 2 U.S. presidents, both Democrats, during the 1960s. The first executive order, EO 10925, was signed and issued in March 1961 by President John F. Kennedy. Subsequent EOs, signed by President Lyndon B. Johnson in 1965 and in 1967, expanded on JFK's original order. The first of the 3 EOs had the most conspicuous impact and brought the term affirmative action into the American lexicon.